own left hook brought him down. So, you know, I don't even know if that should have been called a knockdown. I don't know if that was a delayed reaction or if that was his own left hook and him slipping on the canvas as he threw it.
According to CompuBox, Gamboa's punch output has dropped in each of the last 3 rounds. 89 in round 6, 59 thrown in round 7, 58 thrown in round 8. Left hand from Salido caught the chin of Gamboa. Get their feet tangled.
Talk about discipline in an athletic, aggressive fighter. You know, if a fighter's not that athletic, how much choice does he have? He has to make the fight. He'll get outboxed usually. But an aggressive athletic fighter, I think that discipline manifests itself in that the fighter's aggressive whether or not he feels perfectly comfortable. That his reliance on his technique makes him feel comfortable enough to attack. And Gamboa, it seems, is 2 different fighters. One, the guy who's not comfortable enough to believe he can simply overwhelm his opponent. That's the perimeter of the ring pot-shotting Gamboa, who's less exciting but maybe more effective in the long run. And then there's the exciting Gamboa who feels comfortable enough to go on the attack. The problem is he does it without discipline. He does it with his hands down because he is comfortable. And it makes him vulnerable. I guess it's not a problem for fans, but it's a problem for Gamboa.
One of the reasons why he's been down 5 times, and he tends to be a little wide, Max, with these hooks and right hands, and Salido has stepped in between that and fired straight shots right there.
I mean, that right hand lands 3 inches higher, and Gamboa's on the canvas.
Yeah, just kind of walks in with his hands down.
And that's Salido's sneaky right hand. He put the lights out.
It's interesting that you mentioned that too when he came in with his hands down, Max. Having called Olympic boxing since 1992, you can see that those are some of the things you see in the Olympics. You know, you got the headgear on, pat, 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 you throw a punch, and then you just wade in, your hands are down, you get tied up, stop.
It's amateurish by definition.
Breathe. No, this is the 10th round. This is the 10th round. You can't follow him anymore. Don't follow him. Salido, don't follow him. That's the only thing you're doing. When you throw 3 punches, you catch it with at least 1. Fast. You've got the conditioning, Salido.
Vamos a la amenaza. Vamos. Vamos, la amenaza.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get him.
Límpiate bien.
Clean yourself up.
Límpiate bien. Vamos, va. Bien aquí. Fuerza, coño.
Strength, go on.
We begin round number 10. Let's check in once again with Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. I think this fight's getting closer. 86, 84, 6 rounds to 3. Yuriorkis Gamboa. You got to give Orlando Salido credit for the knockdown. He gets a 10-8 round in round 8. I thought he also won round 9, where, you know, Yuriorkis Gamboa was really flicking out punches instead of standing flat-footed and landing power shots. He's on his toes. He just flicks out the jab like he's doing here and not doing any damage with it. On the other hand, Salido moving in, landing good, straight, hard shots, doing some damage. So I thought Salido came on, won 2 rounds in a row. You got to give him an extra point for the knockdown, so he's making it closer. 86-84 Gamboa.
I do not disagree, Harold. I think you're right on the mark with that.
I agree.
In fact, that's what I have on my card.
When Gamboa fights like this at this level, we're seeing him now for the first time against this level of opponent. real full-fledged world-class featherweight. Among the top of the division. He reminds me more of Nassim Hamed, Prince Nassim Hamed, who was a fantastic fighter for a short while, but never technically sound enough and disciplined enough to truly become a great fighter, even though physically it looked like he had the ability.
Yeah, I mean, just little things here or there that stop him from being better.
And Gamboa, while he's a good puncher, it's his speed that jumps out at you more than the punching power. Hamed, while he was fast, it was the punching power that jumped out at you more than the speed. And so Hamed could be in a tough fight against the top featherweight and end it with one shot, which bailed him out a couple times. It remains to be seen if Gamboa has that kind of power at this level of the game.
The time it was Salido doing most of the holding, he had Gamboa around the waist. Good left hand, and that hurt Salido. Combination and then a left hand.
The answer briefly to my question looked like yes. He certainly hurt Salido with that left hand.
And I think that's a slip. That's a slip. I almost think that when Salido was hurt, Gamboa came in and it almost helped hold up Salido.
Yeah, that happens from time to time. The guy doesn't let his opponent fall.
No pegging.
End of round 10, around